Hey there, all you cool, epic, and awesome fans, followers, and listeners. Welcome to episode 77 of the Cool, Epic, Awesome podcast. My name is Matt, and I'll be your co-host today.
And I'm your other co-host, Joe.
And for episode 77 today, we have three pretty exciting films. We're going to start off with Eddington, directed by Ari Aster, which is a sort of modern-day Western that's set during the pandemic. Really fun, I guess you could say, watch. Very interesting to sort of have like a period piece that's so close to our current day. And yeah, we also saw Fantastic Four in theaters. Fantastic Four: The First Steps, which, or the Fantastic Four: First Steps. One of the two. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Then the newest MCU movie was pretty good.
Yeah, some
and
good
then
things to say about it.
We'll end with Metropolis, which is a 1927 black and white silent film. So we have a wide array of movies today, but I'm excited to get into it. We are recording this episode a bit late. It's currently Thursday. We usually record on like anywhere from Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. But just real life things coming up, so it is what it is. There also is, so we're located in New York, and there is some major flood warnings right now, major storms, so we might lose power. It does seem like it's slowed down a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I think we'll be fine.
If there's a random cut in here at some point, that's why. But yeah, I guess we could get started.
Yeah, you want me to read the synopsis? I have it pulled up.
Yeah, you can read it.
All right. So, hindsight is 2020. That was actually pretty good. Why wouldn't they use that in the marketing anymore? In May of 2020, a standoff between a small-town sheriff and mayor sparks a powder keg as neighbors. Sparks a powder keg as neighbor is pitted against neighbor in Eddington, New Mexico. So I feel like a lot of people have said this is like the first like modern-day Western, and I feel like that's a good way to describe this movie. It feels like it takes place in like a random Midwestern American town, but like what modern Midwest like looks like. Like it's just kind of. I feel like that, like, it gave a very accurate vibe to how those areas of the, like, United States are.
Yeah, I think so, too. Like, modern-day Western is a good way to put this film. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, it's just basically set in this random town in New Mexico, and there's this... It's very political. It's a very political movie. It basically follows this... It's set during the pandemic, during the start of the pandemic. You have the mayor of the current the current mayor of the town is more left-leaning, and there's the sheriff who's more right-leaning, and basically the sheriff decides he's going to run against this mayor, and it kind of follows what ensues from there.
Yeah.
But it's dark. I would say it's a dark comedy.
Yeah.
But I think what it does a good job of is it makes fun of both sides.
Both sides, yeah.
It's definitely more left-leaning, I would say. Like, in terms of who it makes fun of, I feel like it makes fun of like conservatives during that period more. Yeah. But there's also poking fun at the other side of it, because there definitely were toxic traits of both sides.
Both sides, yeah.
So I liked how it wasn't like blatantly, one side or the other. I've seen people debating on Twitter of like whether this movie is centrist or not. What do you think about that?
I mean, I feel like honestly, it's not told through any specific lens. It's not told through like a conservative lens or like a liberal lens. It's more just like they're showing. There's no really. I feel like it's just the audience is supposed to just interpret it how on their own. Like it's not telling you to feel a certain way. It's just giving you these events and the context of the events, and then you kind of just decide for your own. I did like how, because I feel like Pedro Pascal's character is supposed to be like kind of like an incompetent Democrat, where like they kind of just like speak really highly about all these ideas, but like never actually get anything done. And then the sheriff, like Joaquin Phoenix character, is supposed to be more of like a conspiracy type of Republican. Like he leans into a lot of like the theories. Like remember he drives around, he has like the pictures of like Bill Gates and like all the people on the car and stuff like that. Like definitely very like QAnon type of vibes.
Yeah, like an Alex Ross type.
Yeah, like exactly like that type of. But it was good. I genuinely enjoyed it. I thought there was, like you said, it's funny on both sides. Like they poke fun at both sides. Like there's that line about the kid where he's talking to his dad about like dismantling like the white patriarchy, and his dad's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You're
Yeah.
white."
Yeah.
It was just like very funny. I don't know. I thought it was very clever and very funny too.
Yeah.
Um,
That honestly might be my there's a couple of scenes that might be my favorite, but I really like that one. And I just like that whole character of like the
yeah,
performative advocate that
the the
he's like
yeah, continue.
basically fighting for
Agre-
BLM and fighting for like or whatever, protesting just to like impress a girl.
yeah,
It is not.
it's
He doesn't actually care. He's just doing it to get a girl, and the girl doesn't even end up with him at the end. But
yeah.
it's
They
kind of
kind of
funny.
make him into like a Kyle Rittenhouse type of because he kills
Yeah,
that guy, and they make him like a which I thought was kind of funny.
yeah. There's a lot of like real life stuff that gets addressed in this.
Yeah, like they mentioned George Floyd by name. Like they talk about Wuhan, China, and all this other stuff. Like it's very accurate to like what people were discussing at the time.
Yeah, it honestly like if people watch this in whatever 20, 30 years, they're gonna be like, this is ridiculous. But this is actually what was happening.
What was happening?
Like
Yeah.
people were losing their minds because of the
Hmm.
pandemic. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot funnier than I expected. It really is a comedy to me. There's like
Yeah.
a ton of funny moments I could think of. One that also stuck out, which might be like one of the greatest transition shots of all time, was there's that plane where there's those Antifa fighters coming in,
Oh yeah.
and
I
it
forgot about
zooms in
that.
on the guy's cap, which is like all black. And then when it zooms out, it's like a black square. When people are all posting black squares on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's just like something that you had to be there to really understand what
Yeah.
the fuck was going on, you know?
I forgot about that. They make like the like an actual like Antifa people like pull up. I forgot about that at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got to watch it at the MoMI, Museum of the Moving Image, and Ari Aster was there to do a Q&A. He had a lot of interesting things to say about it, and he said one of the things he said was when he was first coming up with the ideas for these storylines and these characters, what he did was he made multiple Twitter accounts and he would purposely like and retweet like very right wing things, and then the other account he'd do very left wing things just to get like in those different algorithms,
Yeah.
and then sort of see what kind of tweets would pop up on each side, because each side there's obviously extremes too, and there's things that are absurd, and a lot of those tweets he actually used in his movie, or tweets that were similar, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
time throughout the movie where you look at people's phones and so it shows social media posts and things like that. So I think it was very accurate to what people were posting about at the time, and
I agree. Yeah.
yeah, it worked. So
What was I gonna say? One thing I will say, I do feel like Austin Butler and Emma Stone are kind of like wasted in this. They don't really have a large role, which I was kind of disappointed about. And I feel like Austin Butler is kind of getting a little typecast with this like he plays kind of the same character as he does in what's that thing? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like the kind of like cultish.
yeah,
But I mean I liked him, and I just wish I had a little more of him.
yeah, I agree. Him and Emma Stone were both a little bit underutilized, and it's a long movie. I mean, they could have. I don't know. Emma Stone was used more than Austin Butler, definitely, but
Yeah.
he kind of. I don't know. I just expected more out of his character, but he's a big name actor, but he wasn't a big character in the movie, really.
Like most of his footage, I think, is shown in the trailers.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
But yeah, what'd you think of the ending? To me, it was a little strange.
actually, I liked it. I thought it was like the most fitting because honestly, I feel like out of all the events, like he's one of like the worst people in the movie because obviously, like, well, spoiler alert, he well, we didn't even talk about that actually. I feel like we didn't even talk about the plot besides like the actual 2020 aspect of the movie. Like what actually?
I
what
mean, the
movie's-
plot is just like them running against each other, pretty
Yeah.
much. And it's set during the pandemic, so there's all like restrictions and things like that. But why? Like, what plot points were you gonna talk about?
like him killing him and his son.
Yeah, that's something
That's like the major.
that's
know.
another one of
Well-
my favorite scenes. It's just so unexpected.
Yeah. And honestly, when they do that scene, like I in that moment, I had like no idea who. I mean, I had an idea. It was either like the cop or the sheriff, but I thought it was gonna be the cop because like the kid was like dating that girl that he was going after.
And they send him the picture.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be him as well. I was really surprised when it it cut and it showed Joaquin with the
Joaquin.
sniper.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, that scene was like shocking. So the scene before that, he kills a homeless guy because this whole time there's like this homeless person throughout the movie that's just constantly bothering people throughout the entire movie. Um, and yeah, Pedro Pascal, his character, that's the mayor, obviously like he doesn't want to hurt him. He doesn't want to do anything about him. He's just like
yeah,
whatever. And then Joaquin like eventually finally at the end has enough and just shoots the guy and kills him. But then once that happens, everything just goes downhill for his
yeah,
character. He kind of has a mental break there.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, there's also other scenes with that homeless character that were pretty good. Like when they were first having the protests and all these people are protesting, saying like, yeah, equality for everyone, and we have to look out for the little guy. And then as soon as like the homeless guy pulls up, they're all like, get away from me, like, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. That was funny, and I could see why this film is so controversial to people. It has like very mixed reviews across the board. I really liked it, but I've seen a lot of like 1 star, 2 star reviews.
Really?
People are saying that this movie's irresponsible, things like that. I
How
don't
is it
really.
irresponsible?
I don't know. Honestly, let me pull up this Letterboxd review because I was looking at
That's
some of
not
the
the vibe
reviews.
I got. I don't know. It's not like advocating for people to go. What are they saying? Like,
Oh, they're saying this person basically said it's irresponsible to make a film that attempts to examine American politics in the early months of COVID and not mention how Trump or the MAGA sphere directly amplified and exacerbated so many of those very issues.
I feel like like they did that.
They didn't.
Like with
I
the
think it's saying that they
not
didn't mention.
MAGA. What? Well, MAGA by name? I mean, like I feel like it's just like I don't know. You just assume that's supposed to be like the MAGA
Yeah,
group
I
in the
mean,
movie.
Joe
Like it's kind
Cross,
of
like the sheriff, kind of represents that.
yeah. Like I don't know. What do you want? Like them to put a fucking post-it on the character for you to figure it out? Like I don't know. Context clues. You as the audience should be smart enough to understand. Like the right wing kind of character is supposed to represent like that side of the political.
Yeah,
That's a stupid review, honestly.
yeah. They gave it a 1 star because of that.
Yeah.
But
But, like that's just like an intelligence problem. You can't figure out that the I don't like I'm and it's not even like I don't know. I thought it was pretty obvious.
yeah, no, it is obvious. Look at like his entire car, like the propaganda all over his entire car. It was
Yeah.
clearly some MAGA like inspiration on that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Um,
Honestly, they probably didn't do it because of all the legal like if they made a movie and they mentioned him, can you imagine like he would be threatening to sue like every single studio that was involved and everything. They probably just didn't want any of the legal trouble.
yeah, and it's also more about like the characters in that town. Like
Yeah, it's
what would Trump himself have to do with the town? Like there's not like anything
not
that he directly would impact.
his tweets maybe, but like that's not really like rallying up people, but like that's like not really important to the story of the movie.
Yeah. I was gonna ask about. I know you said you like the ending. What do you think about having Joaquin kind of basically like disabled or crippled at the end,
I
and
feel like
he
he
still
gets
becomes the mayor?
I like that he gets honestly I think he gets the worst ending cuz he's
Probably.
stuck crippled. He watched his wife who like refuses to be intimate with him leave him and get pregnant like with the guy that she just met like a month ago, and he's just forced to like live his life like a vegetable. Like I feel like he was a piece of shit, so he got the worst ending out of any character.
Yeah, he's like a puppet
Yeah,
at
like
the end.
I liked that he got like because I was when it was getting towards the end, I was like, damn, I kind of wanted him to kind of get well, like I don't know what's the term, uh,
What?
like he killed the other person, so he should get
He should get justice.
what's coming. Yeah, like what's coming to him. So like I was like, oh, like he's just gonna walk off on scratch. It's kind of stupid, but I like that. I think he gets the worst ending of any of the characters.
So, do you think that him being crippled and then having this female who was his mother-in-law, he's the mayor, but she was kind of like pulling the strings behind everything.
Yeah.
Do you think that had any sort of relation to like the Joe Biden presidency, or no?
No, because like I don't. Who would be the person pulling the strings?
Kamala.
What? But she's young. Like that doesn't make any sense.
It's saying that like this cripple who has like an elected
Well,
position.
like all right, if they would have made him have a stroke and like he started like, you know, walk like it wasn't like Biden was like a fucking vegetable.
No, I know, but this is obviously like an exaggerated version.
I
of
mean, honestly, I didn't see it, but now that you mention it, I guess I can kind of see that.
because I feel
But
like everything sort of has some sort of relation to real world events. So like, what are you trying to say by having this person who's unable to physically lead being controlled by like
Oh
this,
yeah,
you know?
that's fair. Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
fair.
Just something I thought of when I
Nah,
watched that ending.
I didn't like think about it like that, but that's a good point. Like, it's kind of just like a prop up.
Yeah. One thing that Ari Aster actually mentioned as well, while he was whatever the moderator, I forget what question he asked him, but he basically said the main thing about the movie is that there's all these people fighting that are like like neighbor versus neighbor, just the little guys are all going back and forth, and there's all this, you know, killing and protesting and rioting. And at the end of the day, like that tech, what is it, like a tech?
The tech company, yeah.
They still end up
AI.
building the place
Yeah.
at the end. So it's like, you know, the big guy always wins. It doesn't matter about all the infighting and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
interesting. It's definitely a different Ari Aster film than his previous ones. It's easily the least horror focused.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like Beau's Afraid was not horror, but there was some elements. This had nothing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. It was very like no. Yeah, honestly, there's not. I'm trying to think of like a scene where he kind of used any horror elements, but none.
Nothing comes to mind for me. I thought it was really funny, and it's one of those things where, you know, we lived through this not that long ago, so it's funny to see the ridiculous sides of both parties being made fun of, because it was ridiculous at the time.
Yes, yeah, I agree. It was a very like interesting kind of case study about the 2020s.
Favorite character for you?
I feel like I have to go with what's his name? What is it? Joe Cross.
Joe Cross. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's mine too.
Yeah,
Joe Cross. Joaquin puts on a great performance as always. He's just so good. Like no matter what he does, he's such a beast. Yeah. But yeah, Joe Cross, he was ridiculous and funny. There's lots of scenes with him and Pedro Pascal that were really funny. Just how they sort of bantered with each other.
Their dynamic in the movie is very good.
Yeah, definitely. And favorite scene for you? I think mine is the assassination.
Yeah, the assassination's good. I mean, I like the ending scene where he comes out with like the machine gun and just starts like. There's a lot of really nice camera work with that, like where they like do the kind of 360 shots with him.
Yeah,
and he doesn't really do a lot of like action stuff, so it was kind of cool to see him. Like I don't know, like something with Joaquin with a machine gun is just very like not off-putting, but like you're not used to seeing him do shit like that.
Yeah, no, I didn't think about that, but you're actually right. That's true.
But yeah, I probably that last the gunman scene.
Fair. All right, I think we could rate it unless you got anything else to say.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
I go first, yeah. So Eddington, I gave a 4 stars, 8 out of 10. I think it was a perfect time capsule for the year 2020 and just COVID in general. It made fun of both sides of the spectrum because there were extremes on both sides. And I just think it was, I don't know, just a great look into that era that we could sort of sit back and laugh at now. Some people say that it's too soon. I don't really agree with that, but I don't know what your thoughts are on that show.
I like that we can look back and laugh at it now. Like, because, I don't know, I'd rather laugh at it than look back and have bad memories of it.
Yeah, that's true. Know? But, yeah, I think it nailed a lot of the humor. There was definitely dark elements, and, yeah, the whole cast was pretty great, especially Joaquin and Pedro and their sort of dynamic. Yeah. So,
I also give it a 4 out of 5, so an 8 out of 10. It's very funny. I liked obviously all the the cast is fantastic. I like the dynamic between the two main characters, and it was just a funny movie about the 2020s. Yeah. So
Great.
Eddington. Yeah.
Eddington. So before we move on to Fantastic Four, am I like lagging for you at all or no?
Before, like when we first started, yeah, but now, no.
It looks okay.
Yeah.
I might quickly leave and rejoin very quickly, just because I don't want it to be messed up for the rest of the video.
Yeah.
So bear with us.
I'll
1
pull up
second.
the Discord while we're waiting.
All right, I'll be right back.
To get into the movie news. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what. You'd think for Comic-Con, I was talking about this with Matt before, we'd have a lot more news, but nothing. It kind of sucks how Comic-Con used to be this, like, big kind of, even if just like it for films and comic book movies, like you'd get so many announcements. I mean, on the comic side of things, we did get a lot. Like, I don't know if those of you that are familiar with the Absolute Universe, like we got a lot of stuff about that, which is cool, but no movie news. I mean, we got like a Peacemaker trailer, which we'll talk about, but no big like, I was just talking about how we've had a lack of Comic-Con news.
Yeah. Do I look like I'm lagging still at all, or kind of?
Nah.
I don't know. All right. Anyways, I'm back. So
They're good.
What were you saying? Lack of
Comic-Con. I was saying how it was Comic-Con over the weekend, and like we got like no real news from it.
Yeah, there was only a few things, but Marvel decided not to go. DC had some Peacemaker stuff, but
Yeah.
that's really.
I mean, we got some stuff on the comic book side, like a lot of things about the Absolute Universe, but that's not really,
Yeah.
film.
All right, so hopefully this goes a little better. I am going to pull up the Fantastic Four synopsis.
Wait, you don't want to do the movie news?
No, we usually
Oh, my bad.
we usually do the movies first that came out, and then the news. What is it? Your first time recording or something?
Didn't we? Oh, maybe we did 2 last week. I remember us doing 1, and then.
All right, so welcome to the family. Against the vibrant backdrop of a 1960s-inspired retro-futuristic world, Marvel's first family is forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond while defending Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus and his enigmatic herald, Silver Surfer. So, like I mentioned before, this is a movie that is part of the MCU, but it's not set on the same Earth that we know, which is, depending who you ask, is either Earth 9999 or Earth 616. This is set on Earth 828.
828, yeah.
It says that early on in the film, just so you know that, this is separate. And, yeah, I feel like the biggest question for me going in was this the right cast for these 4 characters? And to me, I think yes. I'm pretty much sold on all of them. And the one that surprised me the most, which is who I had the most concern with going in, is Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards. I thought he was perfect.
Yeah.
He was probably the highlight of the movie for me, like his character. I don't know if you agree with that, Joe.
I wouldn't agree with that, but I will say, like, he was very, like, you actually believe that he's the smartest man in the world when, like, he talks, and he has this kind of, like, cold intelligence kind of vibe to him where, like, he's almost, like, honestly, like, on the spectrum a little bit, it seemed, at times.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's definitely at least slightly autistic in the movie.
Yeah. I feel like it's, to be, like, the smartest man in the world, it would make sense that he would be, like, slightly on the spectrum. But, I thought he was great in it, and the whole cast is, honestly, all of them were fantastic. I'm not as corny as it sounds.
I was trying not to say the word fantastic in this review, because I always say fantastic when we talk about this stuff.
You have to, yeah.
Now, you swap it out for something else.
Yeah,
but yeah.
For me, the one I was most concerned about was Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, but he was great, honestly, and I thought he balanced, like, kind of him being, like, the ladies' man, but also, like, actually having something to do in the movie, where I feel like in the original Fantastic Fours, Chris Evans' Human Torch is kind of just, like, comedic relief and, like, doesn't really have any, stake in things. Like, this, he actually has a plot and, like, kind of like a...
Yeah, he kind of has his own side story with the Silver Surfer and sort of figuring out the language that she speaks and breaking through to that character. And he's like the most useful member. Whenever something happens,
Yeah.
they're like, Johnny, go check it out, because he could fly, so he just like flies to see what's going on. So he was really well used in this. I really like the Fantastic Car too. That's how the other three got around.
Yeah, all the like, this is definitely like probably the most stylized MCU thing since Werewolf by Night, I'd say.
Yeah, it's similar to WandaVision, and it's the same director.
Same director, yeah.
Like those early episodes where it's set during a certain time period. Like I love the retrofuturistic thing.
Yeah, I like that the. I'll continue. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I think it really works for these characters.
Yeah, I like that. That in this world, like they all usually, for the most part, really like the Fantastic Four, or like they're treated like heroes and like celebrated, as opposed to the MCU main Earth. Like it's more of like a realistic kind of. I like that this feels more comic booky, and I really hope that they explore. Like I would love to see them do other movies with other heroes on this Earth. Like imagine like a Spider-Man, like in Earth 828 with kind of that like retro 60s vibe.
Like a Spider-Man movie, you said? Sorry.
Yeah. Like set in this.
It would be crazy.
Like,
yeah.
Think about like there's a lot of potential you could do with this aesthetic of like, because basically every superhero has in Marvel, a lot of Marvel's catalog has gone through this lens because they're all so old. Like every like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, they've all had comics in the 60s. Black Panther.
Yeah, the only thing is they already said like there's no other heroes in this world. It's only the Fantastic Four.
For now.
Oh, you think new could pop up?
Well, like Spider-Man popping up would be like perfect.
Yeah, I guess. The only thing is, I mean, Kevin Feige said, which we'll get to this later, but
yeah,
he said two things that are interesting, which is one is they're shooting scenes for Avengers that are set on Earth 828. So at some point, some of the Avengers characters, they said, will like be in the Baxter building. And the other thing he said was that they're going to reboot after Secret Wars, which everyone kind of expected. But that means there won't be like that separate Earth. It'll just be one timeline with everything.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, but, we'll get back to that. I think Ben was a little bit underutilized. He's like the main.
Yeah, he doesn't really have like much of an arc or anything kind of to do in it, but like it feels like this is kind of getting into my complaints about the movie, is that it does feel like there's like 15 or 20 minutes that was cut from this. Like I feel like it would be a little better if it was a little bit longer. I
agree. It could have used like 30 more minutes, honestly.
Yeah, of just character. Like honestly, all them interacting, like I really enjoyed. Like even when Johnny goes to talk to Reed, when he has like the meeting with him, like just the character interactions are really good. And I feel like they should have done more of that with Ben. He was the one that kind of got the least amount of. Like, he only really has one scene with Reed where he talks to him. The rest of it is just kind of him by himself or him talking to that girl.
They sort of, like... It seems like there was a lot that was cut. And I know there was a lot that was cut because Matt Shackman, who directed, said that they had to cut a lot. But yeah, he has this sort of implied romance with this girl. And I guess she's... I don't know. She's not a rabbi, but she works in, like, a Jewish...
She's like a teacher in, like, a Jewish school, it looks like.
Yeah, so, and Ben is Jewish, but they don't really get into it. But they have this sort of relationship that's hinted at, but nothing ever comes of it, really.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes to visit her, and that's pretty much it. So either they could have cut that out completely or expanded on it, and preferably expanded, because, Ben doesn't really get much to do, like you said.
Yeah. Also, it feels very weird. Like, and maybe this is like we'll get into this in Avengers, but this is also going into spoiler territory, that like Doctor Doom would not at least attempt to do something about the Galactus situation. It feels very weird.
Yeah, I agree, and that's the next point I was going to bring up, is the way you can fix this film and make it perfect is add maybe 20 to 30 more minutes and have Doom in the movie. It makes no sense. If there's a big threat coming to destroy the entire planet, even if Doom is not on good terms with the Fantastic Four, why would he not help them fight against Galactus?
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. And all they could have done was, have Doom show up maybe halfway through the movie, say, hey, because they have Latveria.
Yeah.
They show Latveria. They show that they don't show it physically, but they establish that it exists. So we know he's there. We know he exists in this world. Have him show up halfway through and just be like, hey guys, I see this huge thing that's all over the news. I'm gonna help you out. So we get to meet him. We learn more about his character. He gets them to trust him. They end up defeating Galactus, and then the post-credit scene of instead of him just showing up, he just takes Franklin at the end.
Yeah,
and
like
that would have went directly into Secret Wars because he would have gained their trust. We would have learned a little bit about Doctor Doom before Doomsday. And
or even I was gonna say you could replace the Mole Man character with Doom. Have him an established villain already. They have to go to him for help for something. Maybe like they need more power, or they like are sending people to Latveria because they kept to like, I don't know. I mean, like now that we're kind of going down the rabbit hole a little bit with this, but you could even do like, you could have the final whatever take place in Latveria. They like make Galactus go there. Galactus destroys Latveria, and now you have a reason for him having like beef with the Fantastic Four and like taking Richards.
Yeah, or taking Franklin.
Taking Franklin, I'm sorry. But
yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense that he's not there, and then having him show up at the last second in a post-credit scene. It's like, okay, he was on this Earth this whole time. Where the fuck was he? Why was he not?
And why does he have his mask off?
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to ask you. So people are saying, you know, how RDJ is Doom, obviously. How much of the time is he going to have his mask on versus off? And the first time we see him, his mask is off.
It's not a good sign.
His mask also looked kind of like, I don't want anything over-designed, but it looked like flimsy to me.
I mean, obviously, we don't get this is not going to be the Doom costume in Doomsday, I'm assuming. This was just like a stand-in. I'm assuming he'll have a better costume when we actually get to the movie, but it looked very, like, cheap to me. It looked like just a black robe, kind of, with nothing. I don't know. Like, why even
maybe that kind of, like, fits for their world. And then once he starts exploring the multiverse, he'll get, like, a bigger, better costume.
And also, I don't like the fact that, because Max Shackman also said after that is RDJ in that scene. It's not like a stand-in. That's actually RDJ.
Yeah.
It's like, why not just show him then? What's the point of having him in it and not showing him?
Maybe they want to hide how his face looks, because we don't know if it's going to be disfigured, if he's just going to have a little scar.
Then why not just have, like, a random guy come in instead of having RT? Like, what's the point then? You know?
I guess because it was probably filmed on the set of Doomsday, if I had to guess.
That's fair. Maybe they just... Yeah.
So they were just like, we might as well. He's here in costume. We might as well just do it.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I was gonna say we didn't even talk about Galactus and Silver Surfer.
Yeah. I enjoyed Silver Surfer a lot.
Yeah, she's great. This gets into my favorite scene too, but the chase scene with her and the Fantastic Four was really good. The music was fantastic. I really enjoyed that sequence.
The music was what?
Oh yeah, no, I keep doing it. But
that was one of the best sequences in any Marvel movie in a while. Yeah. I think.
Oh my god,
especially with her giving birth at the same time. There's so much at stake, and we don't really get good explorations of space. I feel like in Marvel movies, Captain Marvel does it a little bit, and Guardians, but
I don't think we're going to be seeing Guardians probably again. I don't really. This is off topic, but do you even trust anyone to handle Guardians outside of Gunn?
I mean, I feel like they were fine in Infinity War and Endgame, but I think
he wrote them, and he wrote their. Yeah.
Like, I thought, I was going to say, they're done pretty well in Infinity War, I feel like. I know Chris Pratt's going to come back as Star-Lord, because they already said at the end of Guardians 3, Star-Lord will return. And he's in that leaked concept art.
With, who's he with?
He's with, Wong and the Young Avengers. But, I don't know, Galactus?
Galactus is sick.
Finally we get Galactus.
Yeah.
My favorite scene is Galactus arriving on Earth. And just sort of that final battle and how powerful he is. I know people have a problem with the fact that he's defeated by Sue Storm, but
he's not really defeated.
He's not. He's not defeated. All he is pushed back, and she has help from one, Ben Grimm when he destroys the building to push him forward, and two, the Silver Surfer. He wouldn't have been able to get pushed through the portal if not for her, and also she literally dies. Like, she literally dies to fight him, and still didn't even beat him. Also, she died to push him.
So I don't think it's supposed to be, I didn't interpret it that they defeated him. They kind of just, stopped him for now.
Yeah, he'll definitely be back. I mean, do you think he's going to be in Doomsday?
Probably not, but he should be in other, And also, I saw something online about this. People were saying like, "Oh, Galactus is like an Avengers level threat. Like, why are they doing this now?" But like, people gotta understand the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, like deadass, they handle like Avengers level shit all the time. It's just like now that it's in like, because the Avengers have been the only kind of big team in the MCU, really. Like now that we're getting Fantastic Four and X Men, a lot of these like villains are gonna seem so massive, but they're just like regular, like like Galactus isn't even their biggest villain.
Yeah, it's Doom, I
Yeah, it's
guess.
Doom.
Yeah. Who is he more like? Where could he show up next? Is he? Is it always?
Galactus.
Yeah. Is it always going to be for Fantastic Four stuff? Or
Well, they could. Well, I'm assuming now they're gonna get rid of Shia LaBeouf as the Silver Surfer, and now what they'll do maybe the main one like Norman Reed, and to make him the main Silver Surfer.
yeah,
Apparently, Lakeisha Stanfield was like in the running for that, which I think would have been sick.
yeah, he would have been a good one.
But we'll see.
You always call him Lakeisha. It's
Is it
Lakeith.
Lakeith? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Lakeith. Um, but I think that would actually be like really, really good casting.
Yeah, he's a great actor, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess they decided not to go with the male version.
Yeah.
She was great though.
Yeah, I
and
don't
the
like.
CGI looked really good for her, and also just overall looked really good.
There were a couple shots that were like a little funky, but most of it was good.
I think some of the shots of Franklin were a little
Franklin
weird.
were weird, yeah. And then there was a couple shots of like Ben Grimm talking to that girl that was weird.
Yeah.
But other than that, for the most part, it was pretty good.
Yeah, and I just enjoyed the film. Like, if we're just talking about the movie in general, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I like how it's sort of, it's not really connected to anything. It's like the most singular MCU movie that you're gonna get at this point, and it was kind of refreshing to see that. Like, they have this opening scene where they're fighting all these villains and establishing the characters, and they just kind of go through their story. There's no forced in cameos. There's no connections to other heroes, which I like that stuff too, but I think this was like a nice breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And
It reminded me of like how like in Superman, how it's just everything's established and there's no questioning anything. I like that it's the same type of vibe where it's just like you just kind of they open up, everybody has their powers already. There's no, they spend maybe a minute on the origin of Fantastic Four.
Yeah, maybe like 2 minutes or 3. Like,
it's not,
yeah.
but it's refreshing. It's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. Good movie.
Yeah.
Do you have any theories for the post-credit scene, Doomsday? What do you think he's doing there? Doom.
They're probably gonna use Franklin to like destroy all the other Earths. Sorry, I'm just plugging my laptop.
What do you mean?
Doom is gonna use Franklin as like a way to, that's essentially like a weapon in Doomsday. Because he's powerful enough to like destroy worlds and universes. He's supposed to be like more powerful than Galactus.
Yeah, that I don't get. I mean, I never read the comics, but I know
he's supposed to be like. Oh, sorry.
It's just going to be a weird thing to explain to like casual audiences. There's this baby that can rewrite reality.
He's going to be older in Doomsday.
How
probably
old?
Like 5 or 6, probably.
Still, it's like a 5 or 6-year-old baby that was born to two parents who are powerful, but they're not like world-altering powerful.
I think he's a mutant. I'm pretty sure he's a mutant.
Oh, okay. So it's like he has the mutant gene plus also just has powers from his parents.
Cosmic power, yeah. I think. I could be wrong. Let's check. But I know, like, he's like, he helps fix the multiverse after Secret Wars. Is Franklin Richards a mutant? Was once classified as an Omega level mutant, but now is not. I feel like they're gonna make him a mutant in the movies.
Yeah.
Omega level is like the highest. Like that's like Jean Grey's Omega level. Apocalypse is Omega level.
Yeah. I think that the post-credit scene, though, is just basically showing us how the conflict for Doomsday is going to start. I still don't know how the Fantastic Four ship gets to our main Earth. And I don't know who's in it. I don't know if that's going to be Doom with Franklin. I don't know if that's going to be the Fantastic Four. But I guess we'll find out when Avengers comes out.
Let's see.
I did kind of think of something that no one really mentioned.
What?
But what if when Doomsday comes out, it starts with that scene, that post-credit scene. Except when Sue comes around the corner, sees them, she's like, "Oh, hey, "What's up, Victor?" And they're like friends. What if he's actually good, and that's why Franklin feels comfortable going up to
But
him?
then
Because that's like
why?
Uncle Vic to him.
But then why wouldn't he help in Fantastic Four?
That's a good point. Maybe they were beefing at the time. But why would Franklin like feel comfortable enough to go up to him and touch his face?
I don't know. Maybe he knows, like, he can sense how powerful he is or something.
It's just something to think about. I don't know. I don't
I
know if I
don't like.
necessarily
I don't.
believe that.
I don't like that he has his mask off already.
Do you think that Doom is going to be horribly disfigured? Or what would you want to see?
I just would want him in the mask the whole time, honestly. Maybe like one shot of his face, and then that's it.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to wear it for most of the movie, and then in like a battle, it's going to get blown off his face or something. And then,
He's probably not gonna wear it, honestly, knowing Marvel, because they're gonna want to show his face all over the.
well, at least it's not nanotech.
For now,
We can rejoice in that.
for now, it's not nanotech. We'll see. I don't put it past the Russos to, you know. Also, I'm very interested to see how they're gonna fucking direct in the Earth 828 because they're like allergic to color, so it should be pretty interesting. They're gonna find a way to ruin that.
Yeah, maybe they'll bring Matt Shackman back to help out with some of that stuff.
I hope that has at least like some type of advisory role and like the hand like kind of how Gunn handled like not that I don't trust that. Well, I mean I don't like the writing, but like comic book Fantastic Four, I'm sure they'll be fine. But more like the world, I'd be more concerned with how they would
Yeah,
handle.
I mean, we'll see how long they're going to be there in the movie. But,
I hope they don't got that world, man. It would suck.
yeah, I know Doom in the comics has like multiple different versions of what he actually looks like. I
Yeah.
kind of hope they go with the one where he has like a scar that he thinks is horrible, but it's really just like a little scar, and he's so
Yeah.
egotistical that he thinks he has to wear this mask to hide his face, even though it's just like a minuscule
A
mark.
scar. Yeah,
I feel like that
that
says a lot about his character. I don't know if
Yeah.
they would want to fully disfigure him just because it's RDJ.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
One other thing that I was thinking is I don't know if it was Kevin Feige or the Russos. I think it was the Russos. They said that somehow Iron Man Snap is going to directly relate to why Doom looks like he does, like why he looks like Iron Man. So do you think maybe the scarring in his face?
I don't know, man. Like, why? It's just so fucking stupid. Every time the Russos speak, I lose more faith in this movie, dude.
Bro, we'll see. We'll see.
What the fuck? Like, whatever.
Bro, but do you
I don't know.
think that it's possible that... Because remember when Iron Man snaps, his whole side of his face gets all scarred.
Yeah.
It's like all fucked up. You think our Doom could look like that?
Maybe in that universe, Doom is the one to defeat Thanos.
And snap?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He'd be one of the people that could handle a snap and survive.
I think the most popular theory going right now is that it's going to be revealed that Tony Stark is a Doom variant and not Doom being a Tony Stark variant. And it's just going to be a major retcon. So people are saying that in our main MCU, Earth 616 or 9999, whatever, that Tony Stark was supposed to be Doctor Doom, but when he was born, he was adopted by the Starks and named Tony Stark.
I don't like that.
So they basically would retcon the entirety of the MCU. Obviously, in hindsight, they never planned this, obviously.
For shock value.
I mean, it could work. People are saying, like, when Kang was rewriting the Sacred Timeline, he knew Doom was too powerful, so he wanted to rewrite him out of existence, so he made him be adopted by the Starks to create Tony Stark. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't like that. I hope
it
that's
could
not
work.
true.
It would be a cool, like, I don't want to say cool, but a major reveal. But I don't know, man. I don't know if they'd be willing to retcon like that.
Is it bad? I'm really, like, obviously I'm excited, but, like, I'm kind of, like, very nervous about this Avengers movie.
Why are you nervous, bro? You're not going to die.
Nah, I do not think it's going to be good. I don't know.
I think it's going to be good. I don't know.
I'm not, like, I'm not hyped. Like, I'm hyped because, like, I know the movie's coming, but, like, there's nothing from the other movies that's getting me more excited for. Like, introduced Doom, but like he hasn't even spoken a line of dialogue yet. Like think about Loki and Thanos, who are like established villains. That's why they're the best villains in those Avengers movies because we have an established relationship with them, and that's why
Yeah.
you're invested as the audience. Whereas this is they're just going for like, oh, it's RDJ, and it's kind of fucking stupid. Like I'd rather them, at least like having Doom in this would make me feel a lot better about Doomsday because at least they introduce him here. You get some introduction to how the character's gonna work, and you can see like I don't know. It would be like a nice transition, but
Yeah,
we
one
can't have
thing that
nice
I've
things.
also seen was, I don't know if I'm sure you know, like the Escape Pod podcast, where it's
Um,
like the guy with the hat and the guy in the Spider-Man zip up.
oh yeah, I think so.
I saw one of their videos. Well, shout out to them first of all for this idea. But I saw one of their videos where I forget the guy's name, but the one who wears the Spider-Man zip up all the time. He said people need to stop looking at Doomsday like it's the Infinity War to Secret Wars' Endgame, but you have to look at Doomsday as if it's Avengers 1 because the team is not formed yet.
Yeah, but they're not pitching it like Avengers 1. They're pitching it like it's an Endgame.
How though?
A cast reveal with chairs. They've never done that that like they've never done anything like that before.
I mean, it's definitely an event, but in terms of like the narrative and the storytelling, when
They're,
Avengers 1 started, the team wasn't formed yet. They came together in that movie and then defeat the villain at the end. It could be something similar in this. There's obviously a huge cast, and the main problem I have with saying that is, at least in that, Loki was already the main villain of a movie before Avengers. Doom has been in nothing so far. So you can't even really argue that. I mean, it's an interesting thing to say. It definitely makes me like recontextualize the movie a little bit because it isn't really an Infinity War. Like the team had already been established at that point. This is going to be a
yeah.
completely new team. But
Then like if that's the case, do like fucking don't do Doom. First of all, Doom's not even an Avengers villain. That's why it's kind of stupid already. And then do like a smaller like I don't know. You don't have to do a world altering like Doomsday and Secret Wars are like massive fucking storyline. Well, it's supposed to be just the Secret Wars, but they're just calling it Doomsday. That's not like an average Avengers story. That's like arguably the biggest story in all of Marvel comics.
yeah, that's true.
So like it's not. That's why like it's not a fair thing to say because if it was just like the regular Avengers, they would make. Honestly, they would do just Kang as a villain and just make him like the regular. I mean, maybe not with Jonathan Majors, but they could just make him like try to take over the world or something like that. Doesn't have to be this huge multiversal.
Yeah. I mean, Kang is like inherently multiversal, and that is this whole saga. It's the multiverse saga. But yeah,
But yeah,
Kang would have been better. They obviously had to pivot, but he was established in a couple other projects before
yeah.
this. So it would have made more sense. And I mean, that was the original plan. But apparently they're like, oh, we were already shifting away from Kang before the Jonathan Majors stuff. Yeah, okay. Like, bro, you literally announced Avengers Kang Dynasty and had to change it. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
it
just
is
like,
bullshit.
But I don't know. I guess we could rate the movie.
So you want me to go first? You want to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
So I gave it a 3.5. So 7 out of 10. I did really like it. It's not perfect. There are some things that I don't like about it, but for the most part, it's like really enjoyable, and definitely like the most stylized thing in Marvel in a long time.
Yeah, I actually gave it a 4-star.
You liked it a little more.
What did you say?
So you liked it a little bit more.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, you lagged a little. But yeah, no, I liked it a little bit more. I think it's not to bring this up, but I think it's like better than Superman pretty easily. Um,
So I prefer Superman a little bit more, but it's close.
yeah, I love the retro futuristic world that it's set in. I love how it's singular. It's not connected to any other Marvel thing, which was kind of a breath of fresh air to see just, a story focusing on these three characters. There's not a big overarching narrative within the world. It's just, okay, these characters have to defeat this threat. And that was refreshing to see. I thought all the characters were pretty well cast, especially Reed.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see these guys interact with other heroes. And there's a lot of like cool things that could come from this, whether it's Johnny and Spider-Man, whether it's Reed and Doctor Strange, I think that could be cool, or or I don't know, maybe Sue Storm meeting Wanda. There's some really
They
cool
could,
opportunities for connections.
or they could have She-Hulk on the team. That's been a thing in the comics a lot.
She-Hulk, yeah, that could be cool. So, yeah. I guess before we go to the movie news now, though, I do want to ask Joe a few questions.
All right.
Joe, so get ready here. So I want you to tell me
Uh-huh.
if. Hold on.
You
Sorry.
okay? Like what?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of a captivating way to introduce this so I can make a good TikTok. Okay. All right. Okay. Is the Fantastic Four better or worse than these post-Endgame movies?
Okay.
So I'm going to say a movie. If Fantastic Four is better, you say better.
Okay.
If it's worse, you say worse. Okay?
Okay.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Better.
Shang-Chi.
Well, that one's tough. Can I say there's no like in the middle, right?
You could say tie.
That's pretty close tie. Can I explain why?
Yeah.
I think the story is better in Fantastic Four, but I think the action is way better in Shang-Chi.
Yeah, that's fair. There's definitely
That was one thing I forgot to mention too. That I didn't like. Reed he barely uses his powers. He stretches maybe like a handful of times in the movie, and that's it, like 4 or 5 times. As opposed to like the other 2 movies, they use his powers a lot more.
I feel like stretching in general is just a lame power. Like, what can you really do with it?
What?
Like, stretch your arms around? Like,
Bro, you have to watch One Piece. I'm a big Luffy guy, so the way he uses his powers is sick. Like, stretches his body into all these different things. Like, it could be a really cool, like, I don't know. You could just basically create anything with your body.
bro,
Make
that's
giant
not
hammers with your
cool. That's
hands.
lame.
Okay.
Monkey D. Luffy sucks.
Monkey D. Luffy is like one of the best characters in all of fiction. But anyway, like you can even in Rivals, bro, they model his fighting shit. It's like Luffy, like his like. I don't know if you've.
Bro, it's not cool. What can you do? Balloon up, stretch your arms around.
They
Like,
could have been cooler, dude. I'm telling you.
All
But
right. Next movie is Fantastic Four better or worse than Eternals?
better.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Which one is that? The first one?
No Way Home
Oh no, that's the last one. The Fantastic Four. Better.
is better.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Worse.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Better.
Black Panther 2.
Probably Black Panther 2 is a little bit better.
So worse.
Worse, yeah. So
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
better.
Guardians 3.
Worse.
The Marvels.
Better.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Better.
Captain America: Brave New World.
Better.
And Thunderbolts.
Worse.
Really?
I think Thunderbolts honestly is, in terms of plot, is like the best superhero movie of the year.
I don't know. I think F4. I think F4 is better than it. I think Superman's better than it.
It's like Thunderbolts, Superman, Fantastic Four. But like I like all 3. That's not like a knock on Fantastic Four. They're all great.
Yeah, I wanted to do this though because I feel like post Endgame people shit on a lot, but there are some bangers in there.
Like
Shang-Chi, Doctor
Shang-Chi.
Strange. I mean, people hate on Doctor Strange, but that's one of my favorite MCU movies.
Yeah.
Spider-Man: No Way Home, Black Panther 2, Guardians
2.
3, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Thunderbolts. I mean, I know you don't like Deadpool and Wolverine probably as much as me, but there's some solid ones in there.
Yeah, like Daredevil was also this last season of Daredevil was pretty good. One of my favorite MCU things ever, Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, I didn't include that because it was like a,
I wish they'd like that was awesome. I really wish they did more things like that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if they ever bring those characters back. They're supposed to, but
Yeah.
all right. I guess we could get to the movie news though. That was a little fun little segment for you, Joe.
Let me pull up.
We'll see if they hate you on TikTok for those takes.
They were pretty good. I'm sure I'm gonna get some people jumping with the Black Panther take. All
I'm hearing
right.
some background noise, I gotta say, Joe.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you have anything running.
Nah. But all right, I'll speak a little louder if you can't hear me.
No, it's not about that. There's just like a noise in the background.
My
So
fan's off.
if you guys
My
are
AC's off.
listening, I'm sorry. Or let us
All
know in
right.
the comments. Wow, that was a crazy thing to say about a podcast. If you're listening, I'm sorry.
Oh,
But, oh,
we have a little guest.
there's Nami.
All right. She wants to eat, so now she's.
She's chill.
Can you hear her? Wait. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear her. We can hear her.
Let's get to the movie news.
Okay.
So
This first one is going to be, you could
Yeah,
talk
you
about
want-
it. You're probably excited.
we got our first trailer to Luca Guadagnino's After the Hunt, which it stars Andrew Garfield, Julia Roberts, and Adebari. I always say the name wrong. It actually looks pretty good. Looks like honestly pretty suspenseful. It's about some type of professor that it's not really said, but it's probably like does has some type of like sexual assault incident, and she's kind of the mediator between everything. She's trying to like seems like she's trying to protect the teacher while also trying to like make the student not make it too big. So it looks actually really good. I don't know if you
Yeah, it looks pretty
agree.
good. We'll see where they go with the story. There seems to be a couple different relationships between characters that are going to be
Yeah.
cool to explore. And yeah, just Luca. He makes great films, so I'm excited for
Yeah.
it.
I think it's the same composer as Challengers as well. So
That's great to hear.
that's always nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's Nami goes again.
Yep.
All right, then we also got from James Gunn the first official promo photo for Supergirl, or I guess the first poster. And instead of "Look Up," which is the Superman tagline, it says "Look Out," which
Out.
has been spray painted on because she's so edgy.
And if you zoom in, and you can see she kind of has blood on her knuckles as well.
You think it's blood or do you think it's spray paint?
Oh, actually, you know what? It may be the spray paint then. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that.
She also has a new suit, at least new skirt, and I think it looks much better than what we got in.
Oh, we
Yeah.
actually just we just had breaking news actually.
What is
I
it?
don't know if-
Wait,
actually,
wait,
quick,
don't say it. Let me see if I could see
it's
what the
pretty
breaking news is.
It's pretty deep. It's someone with you really really like. It has to do with them.
All right, you could say it. I mean, this isn't breaking in my opinion.
Well, it's pretty big news.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So they announced the writer for Dallas. I always butcher the name.
Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve. It's James Bond film, which is Stephen Knight, who's the creator of Peaky Blinders. Didn't he also do the Bumblebee movie?
Let me look
Or
him up
am I
on
tripping?
Letterboxd. Let's see. Let's see. Stephen Knight. He wrote Spencer. He wrote Maria. He wrote Burnt, Eastern Promises, Locke.
Oh, I've heard of Eastern Promises. Is that the-
Solid films, but obviously Peaky Blinders is massive.
This is
That's
main.
what he's known
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
So that's cool. But I mean, to me, unless it's like a writer I really know and love, it's not like that huge news to me. Like it's Denis, so it'll be fine.
Is that his next project?
James Bond.
Yeah.
Well, they're filming Dune, I think, soon. They started filming Dune,
They started filming, yeah.
so Dune will be next, and then after that, probably Bond. I would say, especially if they have a writer already.
I wonder who they'll cast. This
Tom
is like
Holland.
I'm not even a Bond fan, but just having because he's like you said. I know this is off topic, but you said before like he's one of the best in the game because he'll do these art house indie shit, but he also does franchises as well, and he
Yeah.
brings that to these like it's just yeah. I wish more creatives were like that.
I know it's really rare. I mean, to have like what he has, his filmography, and also
Yeah.
be willing to do franchise is completely unheard of. Nolan is the
Yeah.
only other one who did Batman.
Yeah,
But-
but even there was just Batman. That's it.
Yeah.
But
All right. Speaking of Nolan, I just
Yeah.
wanted to talk about this. Not really news, but they released tickets for the Odyssey a year in advance for these 70 millimeter IMAX screens. And I knew this was happening. We live in New York, so I was going to try to get tickets to the Lincoln, the biggest IMAX
Yeah.
theater in the U.S. And I knew they were going to come out. I think it was a Thursday they were gonna come out. Wednesday night, I was hanging out with my girlfriend, and I drove home from her house at like, I left her house like 11:50. It takes me 20 minutes to get home. I get home, I look at my phone, the alert came in. Tickets are now on sale. It was like 12 minutes ago. So I just missed it. I'm like, fuck. I go on the app. Within that 12 minutes, the entire theater, all 4 days, were completely sold out. This movie comes out in a year, and it's sold out within 12 minutes. It's like actually insane.
I love New York, and I love, like, New York City's, like, film space, but honestly, sometimes these people need to get a job, dude. Like, there's no, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just, what, you don't have anything else better to fucking do? You have to reserve a movie a year in fucking advance.
I mean, I was going to do it, bro. I was going to do it.
I get it, but it's just, I kind of blame the studio, too, because, like, it's just, it's like they're falling right into the trap of the studio. You see, they made, like, $1 million already. The movie's not even done filming.
I think it made, like, $5 million or something.
Really? Yeah. It's just like...
It's
One
crazy.
thing I will say, though, is I hope that studios see this and they build more 70mm screens.
Yeah. There's only a few in the United States.
I think New York and Cali have like half of them.
There's like 14, I think, or something.
In the world?
Maybe less. Let me look that up, actually. That's
I want to see how many are in the world. I wonder if there's any, like, let me see. They look up how many 70mm are in the world.
Let's see. Approximately 30 in the world. 30 in the entire world.
Damn.
It's insane.
Where are they?
There are 19 in the U.S. Let's see if there's a list.
Yeah, I'm curious. No, you're gonna eat them.
Let's see. So California has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. There's one in Arizona, one in Florida. It's a bunch of random states. New York only has one. Yeah. It's that AMC. And then there's a bunch in Canada, a couple in the UK, one randomly in the Czech Republic, and one in Australia. Let me see like the most random. Let me see the most random state.
Where in Australia?
It says the Melbourne Museum in Melbourne. Let me see which random state has one.
I think Indiana has one.
Rhode Island has one. Indiana has one. Georgia. Michigan has 2.
Some of them like are just at museums. I don't think they play like it's not like an AMC. They only play like nature shit there and stuff.
No, probably certain movies they'll screen. Like I'm sure they're gonna have the Odyssey. But very interesting. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about my my rage on that one. Cause like, like I just happened to be driving when it's announced. I was like getting ready, like looking at my phone constantly, waiting for that alert, and I missed it by like 10 minutes. So annoying. But
it is very annoying.
It is what it is. I mean, we'll just go see it like the weekend after there, and we'll see it. We'll see it normally in like our IMAX. But,
we have to see it in 70mm.
Well, yeah, we'll see it normally first because we got to see it opening weekend, and then we'll go back another weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually didn't send this in here, but I do want to talk about this now that I'm bringing up IMAX.
What?
New trailer for Avatar 3.
Oh, yeah.
Looks pretty great, I gotta say. At this point, like, if you're not bought into Avatar, like, what are you doing? Yeah, it's such peak. Like, if Way of Water did not convince you that James Cameron is just a genius, and this franchise is unlike anything else, like, hop on the train, please.
Isn't it crazy? He had this idea for a franchise 30 years ago. And he somehow knew now that, like, it would be like, didn't the second one make over $2 billion or, like, really close to it or something like that?
I think it made over 2. I think it was, like, 2.2 or something, which is completely unheard of for nowadays.
Nowadays, yeah. Like, I'm fairly confident this will be the highest grossing film of the year.
Yeah. I would say pretty easily.
Yeah.
I think Avatar 1 was, like, 2.8, 2.7, something like that. Yeah. So.
It looks really good. I mean, like, the VFX look really amazing. They have like some giant fucking volcano space battle. It looks it's like Pete Cameron, you know. He's very good at like I feel like he's so good at capturing that like I don't know, like that 90s kind of like big blockbuster feeling that like it's so hard to recapture these days. Like you know like I don't know, it just reminds me of like going to the theater when we were younger, like right before the summer, and seeing like a big ass movie. He just captures those vibes really well.
Yeah, it's like that old school sort of blockbuster feel.
Yeah.
But the movie itself looks really cool. It's going to be a lot less human focused than
Yeah.
because I think the eventual plot is going to be that like Earth is going to get destroyed and everyone from Earth needs to come to Pandora. But this one seems to be focused on a group of evil Na'vi, which we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. They basically said their civilization was wiped out by a volcano, so they're very like bitter and angry. And the girl who's playing the villain is apparently from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she's I'm pretty sure she's the girl that gets killed in the Red Wedding that's pregnant.
Oh, what's his name's wife?
Yeah, did you hear a bunch of shit just fall?
Yeah.
I think that was probably Clara.
No, I can shit on her.
Yeah, it was probably our cat or my sister's cat, but I'm not gonna check.
Looks good. It's one thing I like is that I forgot the guy's name, but that like evil lieutenant dude. It seems like he's gonna go and team up with that bad avatars, so he's gonna portray the humans, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure those bad avatars probably don't like humans either.
Yeah.
But I'm ready. This is probably going to be 3.5 hours.
I'm ready. Well, I'm definitely seeing it 70mm this time. I didn't see it.
See it in 3D.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't know. Did I see it in 3D? I think I did.
I saw Way of Water in 3D. It was like unlike anything I've ever experienced for a movie. It was insane.
I think that's the only one I've. Yeah, I normally don't see stuff in 3D, but
it does. It didn't even like. It didn't feel like a movie. It felt like an experience.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for that. So, next little quick thing. Just wanted to mention it. Willem Dafoe was cast in Robert Eggers' movie Werewolf. That's going to release December 2026. This was expected, but it's good to know that Willem is back. He's in most of his movies. The only one he's not in is The Witch, which was his first film.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see them still working together.
I think what's his name who played Galactus? He was like hinted that he's gonna have a role in Werewolf as well.
Yeah, that's Ralph Ineson. He's in a lot of. He might be in all of them.
Yeah, because he plays the dad in The Witch. I don't think he's not in The Lighthouse.
Oh yeah, he's not in The Lighthouse, but he's in The Northman.
The Northman, and he was in Nosferatu too.
Yeah. So, you want to read this next one?
Yeah. So Taika Waititi is in talks to write. No, not write. I'm sorry, just direct a new Judge Dredd movie. I feel like he's just kind of like on the back burner of his career at this point. Like he's just kind of getting tossed around from like different franchise to different franchise, and they're just hoping shit sticks on the wall.
Is my goat washed?
Yeah, dude. I mean,
I love Taika.
How many years since Jojo Rabbit?
That was 2019. It's been 6 years.
Yeah. Actually, it feels longer than that, damn. But yeah, I feel like he hasn't really. Has he made another? Oh, he made Next Goal Wins.
I liked Next Goal Wins. I really liked it.
I didn't see that.
People hated on it.
Isn't he doing something with like Jenna Ortega?
Yeah, Clara and the Sun. It's like a book adaptation. I don't know the plot, but Amy Adams in it. Jenna Ortega's in it. That was supposed to come out this year, but we haven't seen a trailer. Haven't heard anything, so it's probably going to be 2026.
He probably, honestly, I think he does better doing original stuff rather than doing franchises.
Yeah, definitely.
Because his style of filmmaking normally doesn't fit a lot of the mainstream franchises, I feel.
I mean, Ragnarok was great, but
Love and Thunder was like the Ragnarok, if like exaggerated. I feel like it was
Taika
Waititi to the max.
Yeah, it was like, okay, Taika, you did such a great job. We'll take our we'll loosen our collar on you a little bit and see what you could do. And then he just did too much. So, but do you know anything about Judge Dredd? What is he even about?
No, he's like some fucking super cop or something. I don't know.
Sick. Taika Waititi directing a super cop movie.
Apparently, he's still doing his Star Wars thing too.
What is he doing right now? Like, what is he doing?
Know.
Is he just living off Marvel money?
Probably.
Well, actually, no. There's that show he's doing with Max with the pirates.
Oh, Our Flag Means Death.
Yeah, maybe he's busy with that.
The showrunner for that is supposedly going to be the showrunner for Booster Gold.
Really? Yeah, I mean, that show is popular. I've never watched it.
I've never watched it. Everything I've heard about it's been good, but I don't know anything about it.
I don't know. I love Taika. I still love him. He's probably one of the most hated on directors, at least on like film Twitter. But
Yeah. I
yeah,
feel like like it was just the Love and Thunder just completely ruined it. It wasn't anything else he did. Like Ragnarok is pretty well received.
well, it was Next Goal Wins people didn't like, but I liked it. So, all right, next thing. This is an insane headline, but Ari Aster has revealed that he was asked to direct Morbius, but he declined. I just had to send this in here
Yeah,
because
that's insane.
Morbius gets mentioned like at least every other episode, probably, just because it's probably one of the worst movies of all time, worst superhero movies of all time.
Yeah.
Can you imagine an Ari Aster Morbius?
But I'm just trying
Does
to
that
imagine.
have? Is there
Like,
like anything that could have saved it? Could he
No.
have saved it?
No, unless he completely rewrote it and like I just like I don't even picture him. I could never picture him doing a superhero movie. It's just like not his. I don't know. That's like not his style.
What do you
Like,
think
I
he
would-
said to Sony when they were like, "We want you to
Probably,
direct
like,
Morbius"?
Laughed at them. Like what the.
We have
I don't-
Jared Leto. He's a
It's mad
vampire.
funny because they're probably like, oh, we need a horror director, and they like just thought of like fucking Midsummer and Hereditary, and they're like, oh, this is perfect, and then like, but it's not. I don't know. It's just funny that they think of horror because it's like a horror oriented superhero. They went to Ari Aster to be director.
I'm just trying to think. Like, can you imagine if, like
And they
that
got
that
Joaquin
news
to play,
came out?
Joaquin to play Morbius.
Joaquin as Morb. That would be sick. Imagine that news dropping. We didn't have the pod when Morbius came out, right? Nah.
I think we did, but we didn't talk about it.
Bro, when did it come out?
February? No. I remember seeing it.
There's no way we wouldn't have talked about it on
Well,
the
I feel like we
podcast.
mentioned it, like we did talk about it, but it wasn't like
It came out in 2022. Did we start? I feel like we might have started in 2023.
Maybe.
Maybe we did start in 2022, because I feel like I wanted to start it as a result of being locked down in COVID and being bored. But anyways, can you imagine like us discussing that news on here?
That would be
Ari Aster
wild.
has just signed on to direct Morbius.
How did that question even come up?
I don't know. Maybe someone asked him. Let's see
About,
the
like,
source.
Things he turned down.
It's some interview he did with Semaphore. Let's see. I don't know, but that's funny. He seems like a cool guy. That was the second Q&A I've seen him at.
Yeah.
But
Didn't he
alright.
host one that we went to?
Yeah, it was for what the fuck was that movie? Where they're all at that like international conference.
Oh,
Rumors. Is that what it was
Rumors,
called?
yeah.
that
That
was
was pretty good. I forgot about that one.
I think he produced that.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, you want to talk about this next thing?
Yeah. So James Gunn said that Luca Guadagnino is no longer involved with Sgt Rock, but the movie is still going to happen. So honestly, for me, this makes me lose all interest in this movie. My only kind of driving force was that it was him behind it. I mean, apparently the cast would have been Colin Farrell, David Johnson, and Mike Feist,
Yeah.
which is honestly pretty promising. But without Luca, I don't know.
I never had any excitement to begin with. So now that Luke is not attached,
It's
why
probably
make
getting
this
canceled.
movie?
I feel like
Yeah,
it's
it's
gonna
gonna
get
get canceled. I think
Yeah.
he's just saying that now
For now.
to act like this is all part of the plan. And like, yeah, I always wanted
Well-
to do Sergeant Rock. No, you didn't, bro. You just did it because Luca wanted to do it. So this is gonna get canceled.
Yeah. I feel like unless it has some type of like there's something in that story that is tied to the greater picture of DC and that's why they need it to be made. But it doesn't really seem like it's a priority right now. Well, I mean, we'll get into what like cuz DC came out and said what they're prioritizing now.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that and we'll go back to this other thing.
Yeah.
But
So, James Gunn said after the success of Superman, kind of got like the green light to just kind of go full expand with the universe. So, Batman, which we already knew was in development, is like being kind of put at the forefront, and Wonder Woman as well. We actually got the Wonder Woman writer announced, and it was
it's like Anna Nagara,
Nagara, who
something like that. Yeah.
she wrote Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and is also attached to write Teen Titans. She doesn't really have a lot of work to her name, which does worry me a little bit, but they must be very high on Supergirl for them to be just giving her Wonder Woman like that.
Yeah, and also they gave her Teen Titans
Teen
and
Titans
Wonder Woman.
and Wonder Woman. They told I know that they said like they told her they stopped like not stopped but like paused her work on Teen Titans to focus on Wonder Woman now.
This is good.
This is good news. Yeah,
I want them to bring the Trinity to the forefront and do movies on them.
If I had to make a prediction, it seems like Wonder Woman will be like 2027, and then Batman will be 2028.
You think it'll be that far away, Batman?
Yeah, because they're gonna have the Batman in 27.
Yeah, that's true. 2020. Yeah, who do you think they'll cast? We talked about this before.
Honestly, my latest fan casting is the guy from Drop.
Bro, I'm talking about Wonder Woman.
Oh, Wonder Woman? Oh.
Yeah.
What the hell's her name? I really like the girl from Moon Knight, and she's also going to be in the new Mummy movie.
May Calamaway. Something like that. Yeah.
She's also cast in Gladiator 2, but her role got cut for some reason.
There's also, what is it, Adria Arjona or something?
That's another popular one. Sleeper pick? What? All right, you go.
Give me Melissa Barrera, man.
I was going to say, that's another good one, Melissa Barrera.
Give me Melissa Barrera.
Sleeper pick, Katie O'Brien.
Katie O'Brien could do it.
Because she's got, like, I kind of want, like, a buff Wonder Woman.
I think so, too. And I think Melissa Barrera could do that, too. She's not, like, as big as Katie O'Brien was, but she was muscular in Scream.
She could also add a little muscle, too.
Yeah. Also, who's the girl that plays, like, the golden lady in Guardians? Is it like Elizabeth Debicki or something?
When we picked the fan cast for Wonder Woman, that's who I initially picked.
She would be good. I think she's a little bit too white for what they're gonna go for.
She's a little too skinny though.
She could bulk up though. She would be great because she's tall. She's kind of like
I definitely think
she's tall. She's beautiful. She has like the conventional attractiveness.
Like I feel like you want a Wonder Woman that like is similar height to Superman.
Yeah. I agree.
And then Batman should be smaller than both of them.
I think she would be a good choice, definitely. But I just don't know if they're going to go with a stark white actress for Wonder Woman. I feel like they're not.
I feel like they should lean more like Mediterranean, Middle Eastern type.
Dude, honestly, like look at this picture in the Discord. Like that's literally a stark white with blue eyes Wonder Woman.
But wait, hold on.
It could be either. It could be like, why do you say they should be?
Because it's tied to Greek mythology, so I feel like when I think of like that area of the world, it's like Mediterranean. It's not like
That's true. I mean, I know Greek people that are very dark, like brown.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying.
I also know stark white Greek people, so it could be either or. But yeah, I do think they are going to go with not a white actress,
which is fine. I don't think.
That's fine. Obviously, there's no problem with that. But Batman's probably going to be white. Superman's white. They got to at least have some sort of diversity. I feel like.
Well, Jon Stewart's black.
No, but I'm saying of the Trinity.
The Trinity, yeah.
They don't have to.
Batman, they could like bend it a little bit and make him like.
I don't think they're going to. James Gunn, I don't think he would do that. I think he wants a traditional looking Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
unless it's just they cast their Batman already and it's.
But yeah, since you brought it up though. Who should play the DCU Batman?
I don't know, dude. I really have no idea. I feel like the guy I was talking about was the guy, I forgot his name. He's in that movie Drop.
Yeah, it's like Brandon Sklenar.
Yeah.
He's the most popular one right now. He just recently posted a picture of him and he's like absolutely shredded.
Oh, really?
And he was like, working out for a secret role, the biggest role of his career. So there's all this speculation. He's the most popular fan cast right now. I've also seen, I think, Nate Mann is another one that I've seen a lot. Mm-hmm. My pick, which no one has said, and I've told you this, but give me Alexander Skarsgård. But not only that, give me Alexander Skarsgård, and give me Bill Skarsgård Joker.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be
really cool.
That would be sick.
And Skarsgård could definitely do it too.
Both of them could do it.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. I agree.
We've seen Bill play a clown. Not that makes him more qualified.
Yeah.
But he could definitely do it. And
he was also the villain in Eternals.
Look at Alexander Skarsgård. First of all, he's handsome. Look at him and look up Alexander Skarsgård in the tux. He's a little bit more lighter complexion than a Bruce Wayne, typically, but he's also jacked. In the Northman, he was fucking massive.
Northman, he's sick. Yeah.
So that's my pick. I haven't seen anyone say Alexander
I,
Skarsgård, but
wasn't he in the running for Lex Luthor?
yeah, yes, I think both of the brothers were.
Did they audition or they just were like considered?
I think I don't know. I think they were considered. I'm not sure. They might have
But I feel
auditioned.
like they would definitely do. And I mean, if Muschietti is really doing this, which we'll see, and that's not the craziest thing. I mean, he did it with Skarsgård. Like if they
Yeah,
cast him as a Joker,
yeah.
and I hope with this Joker they go for like the clown Prince of Qual. They lean into like the goofy because we
I
never
think they
really.
will. I think they
I
will.
feel like they have to because like we've
It'll,
had so many dives on like the like mental illness take on the Joker. I mean, obviously he's supposed to be insane, but I'm saying like I want just like a traditional like purple tux, green tie, like the fucking ass, like the
yeah, like the
electric
Arkham
buzzer.
Joker.
Yeah, like I want exactly like the Arkham Joker, where he's just like a fucking clown, but like but it's good, like it works. I don't know
We
how to
haven't
explain it.
seen that really since Jack
Jack
Nicholson,
Nicholson, yeah,
and he wasn't that
Dad, yeah.
intense.
But I think Gunn is gonna if they do. I feel like they won't touch Joker for a little bit, maybe just because of how obviously Joker 2 didn't do that well, and there's so many other villains that they could focus on. Like
Yeah,
I could probably rattle off like 10 villains that they should do before Joker with this Batman, but
they'll
you
do
know,
Joker though. Like it's the same thing with Lex Luthor for Superman. They're gonna have Lex Luthor. They're gonna have Joker
I
in
feel
some
like
capacity.
Clayface has to be involved in it.
Yeah, because he's getting his own movie, so they'll definitely include him in a Batman
Yeah,
story probably. But I feel like he'll probably be a side character,
I think so too.
maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but
I'm excited for the
yeah,
Clayface movie, honestly.
yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm like, I want to see some footage from it first, see how I feel.
Yeah, I mean I like Mike Flanagan when he's doing horror. I'm not the biggest. The director did Sorry, excuse me. Well, then we just spoke about the movie not so long ago. Um,
Which one? Oh, Speak No Evil.
yeah. Well, I mean, it
Yeah, it was good.
wasn't.
I like that. That was an underrated movie.
So we'll see.
Um,
I hope that by the end he turns into like
he
a
will.
a
He will.
blob,
Yeah, he will. He
and
will.
I'm hoping for like some. Well, apparently it's described as like their take on The Fly. That's like what people have said about it, which is interesting. I really like The Fly. And if that's that type of like,
Yeah, if they have like Cronenberg elements,
yeah,
could be pretty cool. But all right, let's move on.
yeah.
So swooping back over to Marvel, Kevin Feige recently said, well,
Oh,
he did this he did this interview with Deadline. What I skip?
Oh no, never mind. Because we did the Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Ritual,
yeah, I
but
wanted
you're
to.
right. Okay.
So Kevin Feige recently did this interview with Deadline where he revealed a bunch of stuff about the future of the MCU. This is where he mentioned the fact that in Doomsday they're gonna have some scenes that are filmed in the Baxter Building. He mentioned that. He also talked about Blade a little bit. He said Blade is gonna be set during modern day, but it's not. It's not a priority. Neither is the next Deadpool movie. But one of the major things that he said in this interview was that Secret Wars is planned to, in quotes, reset singular timelines and reboot the MCU. And that the current MCU plan is 7 years long and it goes to 2032. So that pretty much confirms what everyone was kind of speculating, which is that post Secret Wars, there's going to be one singular timeline that has everything: Fantastic Four, X-Men, Spider-Man, Avengers, and they'll pretty much reset the MCU. He also talked a little bit about recasting Iron Man and Captain America, and he said something to the effect of, oh, they're casting a new James Bond right now. David Cornsweet is the new Superman. It's just kind of something that happens. So
Yeah.
we will be seeing a new Iron Man at some point. We will be seeing a new Captain America.
Well, no, Steve Rogers.
Or new Steve Rogers, yes.
In the post Secret Wars in the comics, they have both of them as Captain America at the same time, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll do that just because I like Anthony Mackie's take on it, but it hasn't really been that well received so far. But we'll see how he's received in
No,
Avengers.
I think
'Cause
they're
he's gonna
gonna
be he's gonna be leading the team.
I think they're gonna do two. They'll have both of them. Him and the new. Maybe they'll make like a younger. Like they'll make this Rogers like just come out of the fucking ice. Like he'll be like. I feel like the next take on Rogers should be like an old timey, like. You know how in some takes on him he kind of sounds like a soldier from the 40s. Like he just like.
Yeah.
I feel like they should go for that with the new with like the next take on Captain America.
Yeah, this news really excites me though because
Yeah.
it's basically Feige being able to start from scratch with everything.
Yeah.
Because when the MCU first started, they only had like the B-listers and they had to just make do and start the universe.
Yeah.
But now they're going to be able to restart with everything. You have Spider-Man from the start, you have the Fantastic Four, you have the X-Men. So it's really exciting to see where they go with these stories. And I know X-Men's going to be a big focus, which you're probably excited about.
Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna be like the Avengers. Like I mean, in terms of like narratively, they'll be like the leads of the MCU going
Yeah,
forward.
and I know in that interview with Deadline, he also said that they're casting younger, and Jake Schreier is officially directing.
Which
Like
is
it's the first time he's ever said it. So,
all very good news.
and he said
I
they're
think
writing the script right now.
that's the best move is them to go younger, go like completely unknowns. Like I think that's the best possible thing.
It'll probably be the first movie post Secret Wars.
Hmm.
So,
And I'm curious to see like how they're gonna make the world like because I'm assuming they're gonna. I have a feeling they're gonna somehow like the events of Doomsday Secret Wars are gonna be blamed on the mutants, and that's why the world has such animosity towards them.
could be.
Or maybe because Franklin's a mutant and he causes everything. Well, not that he's gonna, but in this scenario, he causes everything, and that's why. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
But we'll see.
But all right, next thing we got 2 new trailers to talk about, and then we can move on.
Yeah.
First is for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. It showed a lot of new footage of like the animatronics, and it looks a lot scarier than the first one, I gotta say.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that trailer?
Yeah, they're definitely leaning more into the horror, which is kind of cool. I like all the animatronics. Do you think we'll see what's his name? Springtrap?
Yeah, he's in the trailer, I think.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't see him.
I'm interested in the marionette. You see it for a second.
Yeah,
Behind,
they like flash it.
What's her name? Vanessa, right?
Yeah, and then they have like the mangle on top of the car, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it seems like a big focus of this movie is going to be that the animatronics are outside of the pizzeria. There's like multiple scenes of them outside, and there's like different bits of dialogue that talk about them being outside of the pizzerias. So it looks fun. It looks more scary. But they also announced that at Halloween Horror Nights this year, they're going to have a Five Nights at Freddy's themed house, which I'm really excited for. I already booked my trip. I mentioned it last episode because Terrifier's getting a house, but the lineup of houses this year,
sick.
The IP, because they do 5 IP houses and then 5 like Universal original ideas. The IP is Jason, Terrifier, Five Nights at Freddy's, Fallout, and then WWE. I don't really care for WWE personally, but the rest is like crazy.
Yeah.
It's like one of their best years that they've ever had. So I'm really excited for that. I'll definitely talk about it after the trip. But a Five Nights at Freddy's like house could be perfect. Like it's gonna be set up like a pizzeria, and
they said Jim Henson is like helping them make all the costumes and animatronics and stuff.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, I don't know if FNAF is necessarily cool, but it's cool to me.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. I want to be cool.
Yeah.
And then the next trailer we got was for Peacemaker Season 2, which you still haven't finished yet.
I actually did. I finished.
Oh, you did? Oh, what'd you think?
I finished Season 1. It's good. I'm not like blown away. It was solid.
Would you watch Season 2?
Yeah, I'm going to watch Season 2. The only reason why I watched it is so that I can watch Season 2, because I want to like keep up with the DCU.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. I wasn't like blown away really by anything. So
I like the music.
I mean, how does it end? We find out that like they kill all the butterflies, right?
Yeah.
And then he has that one that's alive.
But I honestly don't think they're even gonna touch any of that stuff, because I mean in this trailer, that like it looks like he goes to the DCU world, and like the Peacemaker there is like everybody loves him, and like he's like a superhero there, whereas like in the DCEU he's kind of just like a joke.
I don't know if that would make sense, but like a lot of people are theorizing, and I could perfectly understand why you'd have this theory of that he's just gonna, because Peacemaker, at least Season 1 is set in the DCEU.
Yeah.
So people think he's gonna go to the DCU, kill their Peacemaker, and just replace him, which would be kind of funny, and I think that's a good idea. But I don't think that's what they're gonna do, unless Superman takes place after season 2, because the Peacemaker that's in Superman is definitely our Peacemaker. It's not like that new one from the trailer.
I think maybe because he said the multiverse stuff is only really like one episode, so I think it's just gonna that one episode will probably take place in the past. But he said the events of season 2 are supposed to be like 2 months after Superman.
Okay. So, I don't know. We'll see. It would be fun, and it would be like a perfect way to explain how he gets to this new world. It would just be like going through a portal, killing the Peacemaker there, and replacing him. That would be perfect. I don't see them doing that for some reason. I don't know.
Let's see.
Because I know also in there's like this new, whatever the new Peacemaker is, he's loved in his world. His father is also a hero there.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's going to be like, because he's super toxically far right in season 1.
I think he's going to be like a...
Like toxically far left.
Like dark woke.
Yeah.
They were like dark woke Red Dragon.
Like kill people for saying the wrong pronouns or something like that. Yeah.
I think that would be funny.
Yeah. We'll see what they do. It looks good.
His brother is going to be in it too. His brother's like on this new world. His brother's a hero too.
Oh, so he didn't die as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your theories for this season based on the ending of season 1? Because I know you were like, oh, I can't really talk about it because of the ending, but I don't know what you meant by that.
What? Oh, like, honestly, I don't even remember. What would you ask me that I said I can't talk about?
Excuse me. I just asked you, like, what do you think's going to happen in season 2? I can't say.
Because, like, he's not going to... I don't know.
You said something big happens at the end of season 1. I guess, were you referring to the cameos?
Yeah. Like, the Justice League pulls up.
Yeah.
But I feel like... I don't know. Because apparently they said this... They didn't even screen the ending to the media because it has, like, too many spoilers. Like, 6, 7, and 8, the episodes they didn't screen. I feel like it's going to...
Of season 2?
Yeah.
Well, James Gunn also said, like, there is an overarching story for the DCU, and it'll become more clear after Peacemaker season 2.
I feel like it's going to be, like, an Earth 3 thing where, like,
Crime
or maybe,
Syndicate?
like... Yeah, like that Peacemaker will be sent to the same Earth that, like, that Bizarro was sent or something like that, and they're going to form, like, a crime syndicate, which I think would be really cool.
Crime Syndicate could be cool. I don't know what DCU story you would like them to build up to.
I mean, Blackest Night is the first thing that comes to mind, but, like, that seems like they're a little far off from that.
Yeah, I would like them to do that too, but that has a lot of, like, characters dying and stuff.
Yeah, like, honestly, they need... That's, like, an endgame type of...
Yeah.
Because, like, when that happens, like, Batman's dead, like, Aquaman... Like, mad people are
basically
dead.
at some point, all of them die and become Black Lanterns.
Yeah. So I feel like they'd have to do, like, some movie that would cause them all to die, and then the next one would be, like, a Blackest Night movie.
Yeah. And then, like, Brightest Day, whatever. They become
Brightest
White
Day.
Lanterns. But there seems to be somewhat of a focus on Lantern characters. I mean, we got one already, and they're doing the Lantern show.
Yeah.
It's going to have Sinestro in it.
And Atrocitus.
Is that confirmed, or is that just theorized?
Most likely. Like, and the actor who's playing him is, like... I don't know. He kind of, like... Hold on, I gotta look it up. How do I spell Atrocitus?
It's like Atrocitus, I think.
He has, like, the cat, too.
Seems like Rexstar or
Rexstar.
Dexstar or something. Is that his name? Is it Dexstar or Rexstar?
I don't know if
Yeah. No, I remember when they cast him.
I see it. But it makes sense that they would have, like, other Lanterns already established. Like, Sinestro's in it.
Yeah, that guy recently finished filming his scenes, he said.
Yeah.
So he shaved off his mustache.
I like that he has, because, like, the older Sinestro has, like, that little stash, so I like that they gave him that.
Yeah, I'm excited, because the Lanterns are some of, like, the coolest characters in DC. Like, all the different Lanterns. I saw someone say they should introduce Larfleeze, who's, like, the main Orange Lantern, and have him be played by Andy Serkis, voice work. Because he's, like, this kind of creature
he's like an
thing.
alien-looking thing, yeah.
So that would be cool.
But I definitely feel like Lanterns will... I don't know. It seems like you said, like, they're going to already have a lot of Lanterns Like, we already have Guy Gardner. and there's gonna be Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan. I'm assuming
Probably Hal Jordan's like his girlfriend.
Kilowog.
His girlfriend that becomes like the Pink Lantern. I forget
Oh
her name.
yeah,
She'll probably be
Fuck.
around.
That like red. Remember like Kilowog, the guy who trains.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
those will probably be in it, and then also we have Sinestro and also Atrocitus and other shit like that. So we'll see. I like because James Gunn always does the wacky sci-fi shit, so he's perfect to handle these type of characters. I feel.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But we'll see about season 2 of Peacemaker. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
probably
don't know how I
good.
feel. But all right, I guess we could talk about the final
Final
film,
movie,
which
yeah.
I recommended, so I'll read the synopsis of it. And it is the film Metropolis, directed by Fritz Lang, which was released in 1927. And here is the synopsis of it. There can be no understanding between the hands and the brain unless the heart acts as a mediator. They said that a bunch of times in the movie.
Yeah.
But in a futuristic city sharply divided between the rich and the poor, the son of the city's mastermind meets a prophet who predicts the coming of a savior to mediate their differences. So, for a movie that came out in 1927, this is very, very ahead of its time.
Yeah.
It's super advanced, and it did a lot of things that just were unheard of for the time. Researching the movie a little bit, there was apparently 25,000 extras used, which
You
I
can
remember
tell, too,
while I was
honestly.
watching the movie, when there was that flood scene with all the kids, I'm like, where did they get all these kids from?
Yeah. There's a lot of
But
scenes of just like masses of people running.
yeah, it took them a year and a half to shoot it, and it cost $5 million to make, which today would be equivalent to 200 million, which 200 million nowadays is like not that much, but back then it would be like insane. Because now like Hollywood is
That's still like
you
a
know,
major. That's like a major blockbuster at 200 million.
yeah, but that was like completely unheard of
Yeah,
at the
that's
time.
true. Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked it. Going in, I didn't know it was a silent film. I did know it was black and white, but yeah, so I just wasn't really expecting that. But for a 2.5 hour movie with no dialogue, I was pretty locked in
Yeah.
for most of it. It was very engaging, and I think a lot of the themes that it discusses with like the wealth disparity and the class system
The
are
revolution.
still, yeah, it's still prevalent today.
Yeah. The messages and all the like kind of I don't know actions that happen in the movie still feel like realistic to something that would happen today.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, continue.
No, I was gonna say a lot of these shots of like the poorer class, where especially even like the first scene of the movie where they're all walking to the elevator,
Mhm.
they're purposely indistinguishable from each other. They're
Yeah.
just people in all wearing the same exact outfit, walking in unison, because it wanted to show that this was like a mass of people. No one is different than the other. They're just like this class of poor people
Yeah.
compared to the more wealthy people that, they stood out a lot more. Especially the main character. What the fuck's his name?
What's his name? Joseph or something?
No, Fredder.
Oh, Fred.
Joe was his dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then there's like Maria who pulls
Maria's
up
the
on
girl, yeah.
that. Yeah. Any like initial thoughts on the movie?
I really, really liked it, honestly. Besides, being it extremely ahead of its time and with the theme still being prevalent today, a lot of like the sets were just you just have to sit and appreciate that they actually had to build these things. It wasn't like they could just computer generate stuff. Like all those like miniature builds of the cities and like the skyline, the machines, like it's even like when they had that kind of like seven deadly sins scene where like she's on top of that, like I don't even know what it was, that structure, like that was amazing.
Yeah. That was the one where they had the people holding her up.
Holding her up, yeah.
And then like it goes to the crowd and all the men are like drooling and
Gooning, yeah.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, like I know that she was like shaking her hips in the dance, and they all were just like fucking going nuts in the crowd.
Yeah. But the sets were super complex and really just impressive and massive in scale. I know all the shots that were sort of like establishing shots where it showed like a wider view of the city. It was done with miniatures and stop motion. I was able to notice like some of the stop motion when we were watching. So then I looked it up and it said, all those were done with stop motion, which is really cool. But yeah, also another thing about the movie is that what we watched, because we watched it on Tubi with ads, what we watched was not the original film as intended. Number one, the score that we had was fine, but there have been different scores throughout the years. That's not the original.
Yeah,
and also there are bits of the movie missing. I don't know if you noticed during certain parts, it would say like, oh, Fredder went to this place and did this and did this and did that. And then it would cut back to the scene. It's because that piece of the film is literally missing. It's lost media. That's so crazy to me. But they were able to stitch together, like, what they have.
I was gonna say about the score. The original score, is it one score the entire movie, or they change it at points?
I don't know, but I would assume that they change
right?
it.
Yeah, because like it felt weird because in like some moments like the score just does not fit at all with what's going on in the movie.
Yeah, it doesn't change. It's like a looped song the entire time.
But also just the costume of like I don't know what you would call it, but like the robot
Machine
Man. It's I don't know. It's really cool. It's very stylized, and for some like I don't know. Just the fact that this came out in 1927 is insane.
Yeah, and just to talk about how influential this film was, the Machine Man inspired the look of C-3PO.
Honestly, now that you mention it, it makes sense.
Just crazy. Star Wars,
Yeah.
George Lucas loved this film. Apparently, I mean, I don't know him obviously, but yeah, my buddy George loved this.
Yeah, George loved this one.
Apparently, this was Adolf Hitler's favorite movie. Isn't that ironic?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why? That seems very weird for like someone who stood against everything this is about, kind of.
I don't know. It said Fritz Lang obviously was very unhappy that Adolf liked
Isn't
it.
He's I think he's Austrian, the director.
I don't know.
Let me see. Austrian, German.
It's interesting because this is called Metropolis. We just watched Superman, which like the city's called Metropolis. Yeah. And apparently the movie was so influential to Superman creators Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster that they named Metropolis after this.
That is really cool.
That's so interesting. It's it's just how like this is a movie that I've known about and I've heard about, but just like how influential it actually is to pop culture and just movies as we know them today. I'm sure this influenced a ton of other stuff, even within the past year, like Megalopolis.
Yeah,
definitely
honestly, there's definitely inspiration from that.
With this like futuristic city and these different classes.
Yeah.
Not as good, I'll say, but interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I felt like I was a little confused at the end because I thought the Maria died when they made the robot, but she was still alive.
Yeah, there was two separate versions of Maria.
Yeah.
There was the evil one, which was wearing dark eyeliner, and then the good one.
The one
and then
that
they get mixed up in the crowd and accidentally take the wrong one and like burn. Or no.
No. They burn the right one.
Yeah, they burn the right one.
Because then the machine's under it.
Yeah, then the real Maria is getting like assaulted by this guy, and then he like falls off the roof.
Oh, that's like the scientist dude, right?
Yeah. It did get a little weird at the end. What is like the actual ending? I forgot.
He meets his dad. I think it's like his dad and like the leader, that like guy with the beard who's kind of like the leader of the revolution.
He makes them shake hands.
Shake hands, yeah. And it's supposed to be like that. I don't know.
They understand each other.
Yeah, or something like that.
At the end.
I liked it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like it's more about like what it did at the time, and like the scope and scale of everything was unheard of. Like, and even I think of like the Wizard of Oz. This came out almost 15 years before the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
which is
crazy.
Insane. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like the main purpose though of the story is just trying to show that like these people within these different classes are not so different, and that's why like it takes Fredder like going down and becoming one of them for a little
workers,
bit to like realize that, and he's the one that's done both, so he's able to mediate that like handshake
middle ground,
at the end. Yeah, so it's interesting that that type of thinking in terms of like progress in society in 1927. Because like we're still having arguments about this today.
Yeah,
like,
well,
not to get political, but like like immigrants and stuff like that, like how people think about them, even in the United States.
You broke up. Sorry.
Not saying like not to get political on here, but thinking even like immigrants and stuff like that, like what like the elite people think about them.
Well, that's
You know?
how people, elite people, have always felt like that. Usually, all throughout history.
Yeah, but it's
This
like
is
1927.
yeah,
They're
dude. This
they're
is
saying like, yeah, like we're all people. This is not the way you should live. And now it's 2025, almost 100 years after that, and we're still living like this.
yeah,
It's like crazy to think about.
yeah. These struggles aren't new.
Yeah.
We just think they are.
Favorite
But
character for you, Joe, or no?
I feel like it's tough because like it's a silent film, so you can't. I don't know. I like Maria a lot. I thought the actress did a really good job. It's obviously a lot of like these roles are very physical because you can't really
Yeah.
speak, but I think she did a great job.
Yeah, I also was gonna say Maria.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you said, physicality in the performance, a lot of like swinging her body
swinging
around
and
to
like
convey emotion and stuff.
that scene when he tells her to go like flood the thing and she like winks at him is like mad funny. You know what I'm
There's a
talking
lot
about,
of
right?
funny moments with like them, just how they move their bodies.
Yeah.
Really funny. And
But do you have a favorite scene?
There's a couple that come to mind. I really like that scene where it shows the seven deadly sins and death in the
Yeah.
middle, and death sort of like gets up,
Yeah,
and it was really cool. I don't know. I just liked how it looked.
I agree. What was the meaning behind that scene?
No idea.
Yeah, neither do I.
No
It looked really
idea.
cool though.
Yeah.
And then
And
they
I
had
also,
the guy playing the bone.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was just cool. I also liked when that creature, like Moloch, they call it, I think. Malak. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it just like appears and all the people go into its mouth as like a sacrifice. Do you remember that part?
Oh, in the beginning.
I just thought that looked kind of cool. I don't really
Yeah.
know what it means.
Give me like
but
Temple of Doom vibes a little bit.
yeah, definitely.
But, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I have any more notes on this. Let's see.
Wait, actually, let me see. I feel like I wrote some stuff too.
Yeah, I pretty much went through everything I had.
Yeah, also, I feel like we didn't speak about this too. I really like the idea of like what people in the 1920s thought a futuristic city would look like,
Yeah,
which I thought was
good
pretty
point.
interesting.
And it's like decently accurate.
Yeah, it has like skyscrapers and train. No, actually, no, I don't know about trains, but it has like I like that they make the highways like really high in the sky.
Yeah,
For some
I was
reason,
thinking like every single futuristic city has that as like an element. The highways that are like at level with skyscrapers.
yeah.
I was like, why have we never done that? And I'm like, oh wait, if there's an accident and a car falls over,
Yeah, imagine all the people.
imagine like sitting in the street and a car just flies down at you.
Smashes you, yeah.
Yeah, but I also read that Fritz, the director, or Fritz Lang, he said that he got inspired to make this movie and for the look of his city when he visited New York, which is kind of interesting. Because probably like New York 1927, the skyscrapers there and skyline was probably like unlike anything in the U.S. So or in the world, really.
Yeah.
But
have you watched anything else by this director?
No, I haven't. But I think I looked at. I'm gonna look right now. Some of his other stuff I think is notable.
See. Yeah, there's a movie called M. That's really
M. I've heard of. I don't think I know any of these other ones.
Scarlet Street. But yeah, a lot of these are really high. I'm assuming not all of them are silent.
I guess it depends what years they came out.
Yeah. He made a movie called YOLO in 1937.
He was so ahead of his time.
Damn, bro. That ass is called You Only Live Once.
Yeah, no, I see it. Austrian-German film director.
What's Ministry of Fear?
What a freaking beast.
Yeah. But yeah, Metropolis. You want to get to your rating?
Yeah. So, Metropolis, I gave a 4-star, 8 out of 10. I think it's, for its time, just insanely impressive what it was able to do in terms of its sets, in terms of what it had to say about society, in terms of, its influence on other films that we know and love. Even Superman, like I mentioned, the city of Metropolis is named after this movie. C-3PO, the character, his look is based on the Machine Man in this movie. So, just very impressive. It does kind of suck that bits of the film are missing. So, I'm not judging like a completed full project, but I think what we have is more than enough. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. It was just very impressive,
Yeah.
and it's awesome.
So I actually gave it a 4.5 out of 5, so a 9 out of 10. I just think I'm such a sucker for like these like the built sets and just the scale of everything and like especially for a movie that came out in the 20s for what its message, the technicalities of the film, even like this. I just think about this shot too. It's like the one of like Maria's face, and it shows like all different areas of the crowd, like zoomed in on their like. How the fuck did they do that in
Yeah,
1927?
I don't know. I don't even know how they did any VFX back then. There's like shots where there's lightning probing down on stuff.
Yeah,
Like, how did they do that?
the VFX were like, and it's honestly kind of cool because like everything is basically practical.
Yeah,
Like I don't
it
know,
had to be.
it had to be, yeah. So I just think for that alone, for me it stood out to me a lot more than honestly a lot of films I've watched recently. So yeah, I'm really happy you recommended it. Like I actually liked it a lot.
Yeah. No, I'm glad we talked about it too, because
Yeah.
it's one that I've always wanted to watch, but I never really had a reason to check out a 2.5 hour long black and white silent film. So
Yeah.
this gave us a good excuse. But
Yeah.
all right.
I'm surprised no one's attempted to make like a remake or like something like that.
Megalopolis is like the closest thing
The
I can
closest
think of,
one.
but I don't
Like
really
it
know.
doesn't hit on that. Like I feel like it would if they build the sets and stuff, it works better. Like if it's just CGI, it's stupid.
Yeah, definitely. But
But yeah.
all right, that's really it. We can move on to. Oh well, we don't actually have a movie rec this time because
Yeah, so yeah, if you want
this is normally Joe's turn, but he'll recommend on next episode. But
yeah.
we're having a very special guest. I mentioned her before, but my girlfriend Cassidy's going to join us next week, and we're very excited to have her on. She's actually a real cinephile. She's not just like joining because she's my girlfriend. She's joining because she really wants to dive deep into movies, and we might clash because she has some insane takes, including the fact that she said Sacred Deer is like a half-star movie.
Really?
Which is crazy.
Damn,
But
I didn't know that.
I don't mean to expose her, but we're going to have some interesting conversations. And anyways, what I'm trying to say is she's going to choose the movie for next week, and I'll post on our Instagram what she ends up picking.
Yeah.
Aside from that, we're also going to talk about Together, which we actually already saw, but it will be, I don't know, I'd rather
It's
just
better
wait
to talk about
for
it, yeah.
when she joins to talk about it. We're going to be talking about Weapons as well, which comes out next week. And maybe if we all see Naked Gun, we'll discuss that.
Yeah.
But very exciting. So be on the lookout for episode 78 with our first guest in a while. That should be fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks everyone for listening. Thanks for watching if you're watching us on YouTube. And subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on TikTok. And leave us some comments. I don't know. Just help us out. Get some traction on our pod. So thanks everyone. See you in 2 weeks.
Peace.